Hello, hello. I'm glad you stopped by to hear more from Flipped. We're getting Juliana's side of the story with the whole auction thing. It's crazy, crazy. So her friend is trying to help her out, okay? And she said, let me see. I look back at the stage. The auction was happening so fast. They'd be at Bryce in no time. As the bidding continued, the battle in my head got louder and fiercer. What was I going to do? Then suddenly the gym fell quiet. You could have heard a pin drop. And standing next to Mrs. McClure, looking completely mortified, was John Truelock. Mrs. McClure was scouring the crowd with her eyes, looking very uncomfortable too. What happened? I whispered to Darla. No one's bidding, she whispered back. Do I hear 10? Called Mrs. McClure. Come on out there. This lunch is delicious. Strawberry tarts, roast beef and Munster cheese sandwiches. Oh no, I whispered to Darla. I can't believe I did this to him. You? What did you do? I voted for him. Well, you couldn't have been the only one. But why isn't anyone bidding on him? He's so nice. Darla nodded. Exactly. That's when I realized what I had to do. My hand shot into the air and I called, 10! 10! warbled Mrs. McClure. Did I hear 10? I put up my hand higher and said to Darla, say 12. What? Say 12. I'll bid you. No way. Darla, he can't go for 10. Come on. 12, Darla called out, but her hand didn't go up very high. 15, I cried. 16, called Darla. She eyed me with a laugh. I whispered, Darla, I've only got 15. Her eyes got enormous. I called out and laughed, 18, then held her arm down and said, but really, that's all I've got. There was a moment of silence, then 18 going once, 18 going twice, sold for $18. Darla laughed and said, whoa, girl, what a rush. I nodded. Yes, it was. Well, no dessert for you. Looks like you got cleaned out by something a little more nutritious. She nodded toward the stage. You gonna go up to the table like you're supposed to, or are you gonna stick around and see the carnage? I almost didn't have a choice. Before Mrs. McClure could say two words about Bryce or his basket, Shelley called 10. Then from the middle of the gym came 20. It was Miranda Humes with her hand way in the air. They went back and forth, higher and higher until Shelley called 62. I can't believe it, I whispered to Darla. $62? Come on, Miranda, come on. I think she's out. Shelley's got it. $62 going once, cried Mrs. McClure. But before she could say going twice, a voice from the back of the gym called 100. Everyone gasped and turned around to see who had called the bid. Darla whispered, It's Jenny. Atkinson? I asked. Darla pointed. Right over there. She was easy to spot, standing tall above the others in the number 7 basketball jersey she almost always wore. Wow, I whispered. I had no idea. Maybe she'll slam dunk him for you, Darla said with a grin. Who cares? She slam dunked Shelley. Mrs. McClure was gushing into the microphone about the record-breaking bid when a big commotion broke out over by Miranda. I spotted Shelley's hair, and my first thought was that there was going to be a fight. But instead, Shelley and Miranda turned to faces Mrs. McClure and called, 122.50. I choked down a cry. What? They're teaming up, Darla whispered. Oh, no, 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 no. I looked over Jenny's way. Come on, Jenny. Darla shook her head. She's through. And she was. Bryce went to Shelley and Miranda for $122.50. Oh my gosh. So we knew that. Um, we'll see how Julie. We'll see how Juliana views how lunch went, especially when things break out in a fight and Bryce comes over to kiss her and this whole thing. Oh my gosh. I'll leave you hanging until next time. All right. Tune in tomorrow for more. See ya. It didn't stop. Hold on. Oh my gosh, my button doesn't want to push. We'll try this one more time. Bye.